And we're on.
And we're on. We're back. Hey, welcome to Lights, Camera, Action with Christopher Greer.
And Felicia Greer.
Hey, we missed you guys. We've been off for a while, but we are back and we're going to give you another excitement-filled episode here coming from the Con TV studio.
OMG. I'm going to tell y'all the real reason why we haven't been filming is because we got married back in October. I told y'all the show before we got married.
Yeah, who got married?
We did.
Oh, yeah, we did.
That's why we haven't did a show. He's going through dementia. But anyhow, so the reasons why we haven't done a show is because he's been trying to run away from me and I got him captive. You know, we have a basement, but we'll talk about that later on another episode. But I let him out today so we can do a show.
Thank you for letting me out. But we're going to tell you what's coming up on our show today. We're going to talk about Auntie Angela and her snub
at the Oscars.
And at the SAG Awards.
And he didn't even tell me that that was his auntie, so I'm trying to understand that whole connection.
Yeah, Auntie Angela Bassett. Also, we're going to talk about Viola Davis and her new role as MJ's mom in the movie Air.
That is my favorite person of all times.
Exactly. And we're going to talk about this little guy. His name is Chris Rock. And he did a special on Netflix. And we're going to tell you all about that.
And I want y'all to vote in and call in and tell him don't ever do that sound again.
Which sound was that?
The voice.
You mean like Chris Rock?
Like that, because he doesn't sound like that. But moving on. What else we have, Christopher?
After that, we have some other things. Oh, we have a special guest. His name is Quincy T Trent. He's a Christian screenwriter, director, filmmaker, and you have seen some of his pictures. If you haven't, you suck.
Indeed, you do. I'm so happy you joined the bandwagon with that, because I am quick to tell you that you suck.
Exactly.
But as long as you're watching Lights, Camera, Action, you don't suck.
Exactly, right? Exactly. So thank you for the unsucking people that are watching us. Now, we're going to start off with our first hot topic, the snub of Auntie Angela Bassett.
So first of all, as the queen she is, why does he need to look at the paper to say her name? Anyhow, I'm just going to say I absolutely love Angela Bassett. She is like one of my favorites. And first of all, if you have not saw Black Panther Part 2, you suck. But the people that don't suck, simply amazing. The way she did her character, I don't want to spoil it for anyone that's living under a rock and haven't watched it yet.
If you haven't seen it,
you suck. So, but moving on to the person that actually got the Oscar, and I love Jamie Lee Curtis. We go way back to the scary movie. What is it? Halloween?
Halloween, yeah.
Halloween number 785. Dude's finally dead now. But anyhow, I'll spoil that for you because I don't care. But moving on, the movie that she was in, what is it? Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, something like that. I tried to watch it. I think I maybe need to take some NyQuil to slow it down so I can understand it. But my point is, it should not have won.
Yeah, when she won the SAG Award, and she was talking about nepotism. Well, if you don't know, the Jamie Lee is the daughter of Vivian Lee and Tony Curtis.
There you go.
And so
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Talking about nepotism being alive, which is not really anything that you really should be proud of. For you to just be born into a family that's successful in the film business.
But it doesn't make it unfair.
You become successful in the film business.
It doesn't make it unfair because now I have to take up for her. The reason why she said that is because she won an Oscar and her parents did not.
Yeah, and I would say that's the only thing that gave me satisfaction of her winning.
But
I mean, I love Jamie Lee. I loved her in Trading Places.
But let's discuss how well Angela Bassett took it.
Oh my
God. That is the epitome of just
queendom.
Yes.
She was the
classy
queen, and it's just the way that she presented herself as the queen of Numundo. Numundo.
Wrong place.
Wrong queen.
Oh my gosh, Wakanda.
That's coming to America. Sorry, I got my African nations or continents
I think maybe
mixed up.
he was asleep during Black Panther.
No, I was awake.
Okay.
Because I watched it at home.
Forever, she will be
bootleg.
Don't listen to him. Forever will she be our favorite actress ever.
So shouts out and love to Auntie Angela Bassett. You gonna get them next time, okay?
What we got next?
We got Miss Viola.
Oh my gosh, that is my mom right there. Like, I know I'm her daughter. I'm secretly her daughter. I am.
I think you should let your mother know.
She knows. But moving on to her, Michael Jordan was quoted saying that he did not want to do the film unless she played his mother in the film because she reminds him of her mother. This lady is amazing. If y'all have not read her book, oh my gosh. And I watched her interview with Oprah. During our lives, we sit up and think about the things that we have went through and the struggles that we have. I know we both talk about it, and we discuss how far we've came and where we are now.
Yeah.
Go back and listen to Viola Davis's story.
Yeah.
It'll just put yours to bed.
Yeah, she talked about times where she was asleep and rats were crawling over her body to wake her up, and being bitten by them, I think. And
Yeah.
It's one of those stories that you really don't want to hear about, and you're just amazed of the conditions that people were brought up in.
And to where she is now.
Yeah.
She is amazing. It would be a dream for me to work with her and Angela Bassett. So I'm putting that out there in the atmosphere. I did that, and it came true.
It did.
I'll share that with you probably in May.
Was that the? No, I thought it was the movie that you did in Philly.
No.
You didn't manifest that?
Yes, I absolutely manifest working with.
I
did. I manifested working with Amari Hardwick, and that happened. But no, this one's even bigger than that film because it's a film that I co-wrote. That we're going to be shooting in the end of the summer, and 2 major actors have been attached to our film, which we are producers of.
Yes.
Way to go, Greer Music and Film.
Yes.
So I'm excited about that, and I will announce that on our May show.
And I'll give you a hint on one of them.
No hints. They'll figure it out.
No, they're not going to know. One of them is my favorite actor in the whole wide world.
And somebody's going to know that answer.
No, they know. Nobody don't know that. Nobody know that. That is Al Pacino. Ooh.
Whatever.
No, it's not Al Pacino.
It's not Al Pacino.
It's not Al Pacino.
It's not.
Let's move on to our last topic here in Hot Topics. A year later, Chris Rock goes on Netflix and does a special.
Yes.
It's called, I forgot what it was
You
called.
would bring up the title. We did not discuss having to know the title. We don't know the title, but it is trending on Twitter, Instagram, Pigeons, and everything else it can trend on. So if you have not watched it, I won't spoil it, but I'll just tell you this, because that's already broadcasted, that he addressed Will Smith finally.
Yes.
He addressed the whole topic of the slap.
Yes.
I've been hearing various sides of it, people saying that it was staged and it's for publicity. But I don't believe that's the truth because of the things that have been taken away from Will Smith because of it and the things that Chris Rock is having to deal with because of it.
Right. Now, when I first saw it, because I think that we were in Atlanta, you were filming something at Tyler Perry Studios, and I was watching it with my niece, Jada, and she said, "Oh my God." She said, "Oh my God."
Did she say it like that?
Yeah, she did.
Did she bend
said,
over and say, "Oh my God"?
No, she was sitting down on the recliner, with her legs up, and she said, "Oh my God, Will Smith just slapped the out of Chris Rock," and I was like, "Oh, that didn't happen." And then of course, I went to the internet because
the internet is always right.
So, and they said, and they see Will like this, and they see Chris like this.
Like that. Oh, he was like that?
Making that face.
Was he? Did he look constipated
but
like
he
that?
he looked constipated, but he didn't have a mustache. So it was like, and so I was like, man, it must have really happened. And of course, for the next 6 months, that's what they talked about.
Exactly. But this comedy special, he addressed not only that, but tons of other things that's happening around Hollywood.
Yeah.
From what we're understanding, it's quite the place to be.
That's what they That's what they say. That's what people say.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's how it goes.
If you're a Chris Rock fan, you go ahead, go to Netflix and check it out. We will be back with our first guest, Mr. Quincy J. Trent. Lights.
Camera.
We're back with Lights, Camera, Action with Chris Greer and
Felicia Greer.
And Felicia Greer. You're one of my favorite Greers, you know that?
I better be your only Greer. Speaking of that, let me spill some tea here on Lights, Camera, Action.
Oh boy.
We went to, I'm going to make it quick.
Uh-oh.
I'm not going to do the Baptist style story. But anyway, make it quick. We went to a breakfast. I went to a class
CBS.
breakfast, some kind of high school breakfast back in the Stone Ages. And I went there with,
1982.
okay, same thing. I went there with Chris, and this guy is determined that a show that Chris did way before I even existed in his life was true. So he walks up to me and he goes, "Which one are you, the girlfriend or the wife?" I was like,
No, it was, are you the wife,
the
girlfriend, or the side piece?
There we go. Yeah, it was a side piece.
Right.
That was wild.
Yeah, and before he has made a whole lot of jokes on my Facebook page, and he just won't let it go. It was a role that I did. It was on a TV show, starts with a D, and ends, and the second word starts with a C. And
That could go so
and they
many
talk
ways.
about. And they talk about people's relationships and things like that in a courtroom.
Right.
So
right.
I did an episode on DC, and apparently he thought it was real.
And my whole point of bringing that up is because he said I'm his favorite Greer. I should be his only Greer. But there's people out there in the Chicagoland area that think maybe I'm an extra Greer, but I'm not. The one and only.
That's right.
This says so.
Ooh-ah!
But moving on, let's get to our
everybody.
guest.
So let's get to our guest. Today we are blessed enough to have Mr. Quincy J. Trent with us. He is a Christian, a screenwriter, director, filmmaker, and he is making a really big imprint and footprint here in the industry of Chicago and actually across the nation. So we want to welcome you.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all having me.
Yeah,
Excited. I'm excited.
Yeah, we are too.
I know.
We are too, because, we have, I've been in one of your movies.
Yes, you have.
And,
So I have not yet.
not yet.
No.
So
Not
this
yet.
whole interview is null and void then.
No, we're not going to end the interview just because you weren't in the movie. But we did a movie called Fatal Witness. It starred Mr. Omar Gooding,
Yes.
Mr. Simeon Henderson, the young lady's name.
Brittany Altenbach.
Yeah, I was trying to remember
Say that name 3 times.
Brittany Altenbach.
Yeah, she's from North Carolina. Yeah, and she, you all, and let's not forget about how you got out, man. You really snapped, man.
Thank you.
The improvisation, the just knowing the character, just being that it was awesome. It was an awesome experience. That was my first time working with you, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah, he reached out to me, and I didn't even know that Quincy knew who I was. I've seen excerpts of most of his films.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, I think I got a call, and he's like, "Hey, my name is Quincy." I was like, "Hey, Quincy."
Hey, Simeon, I reached out to Simeon about you first.
Right.
I reached out to Simeon. I told Simeon, Simeon, I don't normally have him do my formal introductions. I asked him to reach out to some people, and he'll make it happen for me. So I think he kind of contacted you or gave me your number, or
Yeah, I think
somehow we made that
remember
connection.
because he called you, and
Yeah.
then you told me about it, and then you had a talk with
Right. You
Quincy.
said, "You mind if I give Quincy your phone number?" I'm doing that
There
voice
you go.
again.
There's the voice. There's the
And Simeon don't even talk like that.
No, he
Man,
doesn't.
you think you might be able to?
So let's talk about that with being in the film world, as I like to call it. How do you find out about people? Because that is a big thing.
Yes, that's it's I would say watching different shows. I watch a lot of Tubi, I watch a lot of Netflix, I watch a lot of Amazon. So I'm watching different shows, and I'm looking for Chicago talent all the time. And it's not that easy. I know you act as well, and I've seen you all. Actually, I think when I really made that decision to hit you up, I had seen that video y'all had did. Y'all did the video. Yeah, it was like in the art studio or something like that. It was pretty dope.
Shout out to Young Blaze.
Yes.
And Curtis
Kincaid.
Kincaid. That was his music video.
Yeah. And it was
Yeah.
really nice. I saw the chemistry between y'all two, and I was like, yeah, you know what? Because all my female roles was already sold up. You know what I'm saying? So
see
it
how
wasn't
you
like, you
trying
know
to
what I'm
clean it
saying?
up?
He trying to clean it up.
Yeah, clean it up. I get that mop out. You feel me?
Next time.
Yeah. So I was like, you know what? I got this role. I really need Phil, and I just kind of, it's usually go by word of mouth sometime, you know. And like I say, I'm gonna be honest. Simeon is like my secret casting director.
Right.
So he knows so many people.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
anybody I really want to get in contact, I'll be like, hey man, hit this person up, please see if we can work with them. I got a casting director as well. Her name is Jennifer Ramos. So she kind of works with me on that side of business. By the way, Fatal Witness comes out May 2nd.
Oh,
so we want
awesome.
everybody to check
On?
that out. On man, just about any platform except Netflix. We ain't there yet. Ain't there yet.
That's
but
cool.
it probably be on Peacock. It be on BET Plus soon. I'm hoping. As I believe this is gonna be one of my big ones. So I'm looking to see it just expand. So, but definitely go to Tubi and Amazon Prime for Fatal Witness. When whoever watching, just go check
Are you
it out.
doing a screening, or did y'all
I
already?
did that. Yeah,
y'all
we did
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did a couple of them.
Yeah, we did a couple of them.
You
Probably filming
because
somewhere.
I
Right,
went.
filming somewhere, yeah.
As a matter of fact, I did go to one of the screenings, and you were out of town.
I was filming something
Yeah,
somewhere.
and then the second one, I forgot what happened. Now I think both of us were out of town.
All right. And now check it out though. The interesting thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead and
I'm
tell
telling
it.
you.
This is gonna blow your
Right,
wig back, baby.
So
Oh, I hope not, because my hair braided under here. That's not gonna be cute.
Till Death Do Us, my latest movie, that was the one with Darren Henson. I wanted you in that one.
Yeah.
It just so happened that the filming date was on the day y'all got married.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was October.
Yes.
Look, it was the weekend y'all was getting married, and I was like, I ain't even about to hit this brother up. I know it's a no already.
This guy, no, I thought y'all did talk because he found out some kind of way, because he gonna look at me saying, well, I had an opportunity to film. I said, what weekend? Oh, we'll be busy. I said, Chris, what weekend is it?
Right.
I said, maybe we can change some things around. No.
I don't think we can change that.
He waited till that Sunday. You told me, we talked about it Sunday after we got married.
Yeah. No, I was supposed to do a movie this weekend.
And my favorite line to him is, everybody make choices.
Make choices.
I think I made a wonderful choice.
Yes, you did.
Well,
Yes,
what
you
do you
did.
have that's upcoming, or something that you're working on right now?
Ooh, man, what am I not working on? I'm working on. Yeah, I'll just be honest. I got some. I'm filming tomorrow. At my church, Maranatha Christian Center in Oak Park. I'm the drama ministry leader. So I'm always constantly coming. I at least try to do about 2 or 3 movies for my church alone. And this one, Lift Every Voice. We're doing that one. We're finishing up the last little shoot dates of that one. We're doing that tomorrow. I got a new movie coming out on mostly all platforms as well. It's called Shy City Undercover. That comes out this Tuesday, March 28th. Wow. So that's something that I'm working with. I just wrapped a Thanksgiving Christmas starring Rodney Perry. I don't know if you might know him. Yeah.
He's funny.
Hilarious.
We were friends on MySpace.
Oh, really?
Whoa.
Oh, that's way back.
My
Yes,
God.
sir. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
You remember what MySpace, right?
Right.
Not really. No, I'm joking.
I used to love MySpace. I wish they still had it. When Facebook came around, I was like, what is this?
Right.
Because
Yeah.
I was on my MySpace because it was so unique because it had the music. So when I heard about Facebook, I'm like, what is everybody liking about Facebook? And MySpace got music, Facebook don't. And it turns out Facebook ended up being the best one to me. I love it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, me and Rodney, I've been always wanting to work with Rodney Perry, and I couldn't quite make that happen. But I reached out to him, and he was like, man, just hit me up, because he lives in Atlanta or Georgia of some sort. And so we got that coming out. Till Death Do Us will be coming out in September, and Fatal Witness comes out May 2nd. So it's a big year for me with my films and my movies and just getting out there. I just want to just go out there and just do what it does. You know, whatever God has for me, I'm just out for it.
What are your goals outside of Illinois? Like, do you see yourself pushing out further?
Look, I'm gonna be honest. So, my wife, shout out to my wife, my lovely wife, Cassandra Trent.
Hey, girl.
And don't be upset, because when you see Fatal Witness, she was his wife
Right.
in the movie.
Oh, hey, it's a movie. We have that understanding. It's funny you say that because there are some couples that are like that, but we discussed this way before.
Right.
It's unrealistic
Right.
for me
Well-
to think like that.
Well, I'm glad you that way, because I ain't like him with my wife. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm like,
You know what? And matter of fact, I'm gonna bring up one thing that happened.
I'm just
You
kidding.
know when but seriously,
but seriously.
but seriously, when we were doing another take,
Yeah.
and we had just spoken to the mother of the deceased.
Yeah.
And then we walked down the aisle.
Right.
And then we walked up these stairs. And he was
Yes.
like, "All right, come back out, come back down." And so me being the gentleman that I am,
Yeah.
I put my hand out for your wife so I could walk her down the stairs, and she was like,
Did she really?
I'm walking down. He said, that's the last thing she want Quincy to see is holding my hand coming down the stairs, like, you know.
Right.
And then I thought about it. I said, "Ooh, man, bad move. Bad move." But I was just trying to be
You
a
just
gentleman.
being a natural gentleman.
That's all that was.
You've been taught well. She, you know
Right.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying? She got you on, yeah.
We understand.
Yeah,
we
she been
understand
taught
what
well.
we do. Now,
Right.
he may not be a fan of me being in a scene like
Oh my
that.
God.
But it honestly doesn't faze me because it's work.
Right.
You know, that's what it is.
Absolutely. And Chris was really came through. You played the pastor in this one. And it was really believable. And my wife was playing your
first
your
lady.
wife, first lady. Yeah. So it kind of worked out. And I just kind of threw her in. You know, her and my kids just kind of get they get the residue of everything else. So,
Right.
Look, my wife is like, I'll be like, "Babe, you want to play a major part or you want to play?" Because she's an actress too. That's actually how we met. So
Same
Same
here.
here.
yeah, exactly. When you working in this realm, you know, and spiritually it's a whole nother level too, because you don't think about it this way. But like when the Bible says your gift will make room for you, it's more so like, okay, my gift made room for me, and you thinking like, okay, I'm an actor, I'm a director, I'm a writer. Big ups to you on your new writing
Thank
and
you.
everything that
Thank
you
you.
got
Yeah.
going on that we was talking about. That's a blessing. But being a writer, being an actor, being a director, you don't imagine the rooms you will be in, right? And you thinking like, okay, the Bible say my gift will make room with me. Okay, that put me before great people. I'll be doing great things. I might be making movies for Hollywood, whatever have you. But you don't think that it'll build your relationship.
Yep.
Wow.
You're not
Yeah.
expecting
big.
that room.
Right.
Right.
Your gift made room for you to be in a wedding with your spouse. It made room for you to work with your spouse.
Yeah.
Look what you're doing right now. We in a room.
Yeah.
And it made room for us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And see, that's how it is with us. Like me and my wife, we met on set. Her brother was doing a movie. He's doing a play at the time, right? And so, and I tell this story. I tell this story often. I ain't gonna,
No.
You're fine.
But
You're fine.
he had made a movie called a play called Consequences. My character liked her character, right? This is way back in the early 2000s. My character liked her character. So, be it have it is, the next year he made another movie, right? Part 2 to it or something like that. And her character liked mine. So that's how we played in the thing, and not knowing we was gonna be together and liking each other like that for real.
Yeah.
A couple years later.
Yeah.
Cause she hit me up. She'd never own up to this. But I got a phone call from her saying, "Hey Quincy, Jay wanna know if you wanna be in this movie Consequences with the part 2." And I'm like, "How you even get my number?" You know what I'm saying? How you get my number? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't get me wrong.
But we're going to put a pin in that one right there.
Right, 'cause that's the
telling
T
us
right
like,
there.
hey.
Got you.
So we're going to be right back right after these messages with Quincy J. Trent. This is Lights, Camera, Action.
Lights, camera.
And we are back.
Real back.
I don't know why he keeps forgetting that part. I think they over here gossiping so much and spilling the tea that he didn't know that we were back on. So continue that story, because I'm getting all the tea, so I could tell his wife when I meet her.
So you know, me and my wife, that's how we met. We just kind of clicked through the movies. You know, her character liked mine. I liked her in the movie, the way he wrote it, and it all ended up being a thing where it was actually in real life we started to like each other, and we grew from that way.
God is good.
It was, God is good.
That's
Yeah,
how
awesome.
ours happened. Everyone knows this story. We met. Characters had nothing really to do with each other.
Okay.
I was liking, I guess, your friend. He was your friend in the movie.
Yeah, he was my friend.
Yeah. So, but when I noticed him,
Oh, okay.
you know, when he walked in,
Right.
and it's so funny because I flew here to shoot another film with Victor, the guy that came in and handed me the. So I filmed with Victor, and I try to reach out to people that I met when I'm somewhere. And the funny thing about it is, I don't normally do that. Like, I'll say, hey, I'm in your town, but I'm not going to go anywhere with you. I'm going to stay, do my thing, go back to my hotel, because I feel safe that way.
Okay.
But it was something different about him.
Oh, wow.
So I reached out to him and another person. She was busy, and this guy goes and do a whole makeshift barbecue.
Yeah, she said, I don't know if you want to drive this far to pick me up, because I'm in Oak Brook and I was in Olympia Fields, and so she says, how long is the drive? I said, oh, it's not that long.
A whole hour.
It's 45 to almost to an hour and stuff like that, and she said, so what are you doing? I said, well, I got a few friends coming over. I'm having a barbecue. What you making?
Made all that up.
Ribs, some other stuff.
He listed all of this stuff, and literally he cooked all of that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Victor had took us out to eat after we wrapped, so I wasn't that hungry.
Right, you weren't that.
But and then I was like, well, you can come get me, don't come. You know, I understand it's late.
Wow.
And he still came and got me. And he's had people at his house. Now the funny thing about it with me is I called my kids, and I was like, I don't know about leaving and going anywhere. You know, I don't really want. And they're weirdos. They usually say, no, mom, stay home. They're like, go enjoy yourself.
Right,
I'm
go
like,
enjoy
what?
yourself.
But you know,
Wow.
that's how God. That's how He do it.
Yeah.
He moved things
yeah.
around and put things in
Absolutely.
place, and we've been together ever since.
Oh, so you wasn't in Chicago
No,
living?
I'm from
at the-
Houston.
We met in Dayton, Ohio.
What?
She came
Filmed
up from
there.
Houston to Dayton. I came from Chicago to Ohio.
Yeah.
And that's where we met.
Because I model too, so I'm all
Okay.
over the place.
Wow.
And I had to come back here to film a movie with Victor. And I told him when we left Dayton, the weird thing about this that'll really trip you out, we were dressed identical when we met.
What?
It was, it was just weird.
Really?
But this is not about us. But
No.
moving
Wow,
on,
that's a
we
good
kind of
story,
skipped
though.
over the question I asked about
Okay, you did ask. Yeah.
where do you see yourself going?
Got you. Yeah. We skipped that one purposely on my part.
Oh, okay.
Let me tell you why. Because I gotta make sure I shout my wife out.
Absolutely.
I couldn't look. I had to make. I try to get that in
The
before I
segue.
forget, and then I'm like, yeah. So I
She
had to shout the
gonna
missus out.
watch it and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
I gotta
Why you ain't saying nothing about me,
And he's
Quincy?
gonna be following us home, knocking at the
Yeah,
door.
I'm be like, hey, can we go retake?
Can we
go
put a
retake?
clip together?
Look, but what do I see? I go. Would you say 5 years? Correct? Or
Well,
would you
at
say in
any
the
point, do you?
future?
Because I can get a vibe from you. You like working with the people here, and there's
Yeah,
definitely nothing wrong with
yeah.
that because you want to bring everyone up
Right.
with you that's interested.
Right.
But
Right.
do you see yourself going further than that and all that comes with it?
Right.
Because when you try to go a little further, people seem to think you're leaving me here.
You know what? That's why I just remembered that was a segue to where I was going with my wife, because what happened was right before me and her started dating, I was on my way to California. I was about to go to LA, trying to move there. My cousin went there, but we was like on a mission to go there and do films. And I thank God I did it, because if I had not, I wouldn't have had my family. I wouldn't have had the wife that I have.
Right.
And I was looking forward to going there. So the question is, where do I see myself going? I stayed here for a reason. I don't really see myself going like doing the Hollywood thing. I make films that I like to make, and I want to bring Hollywood here to Chicago to the best that I can. I like to make films that I can have the final say so in it. So it might take me somewhere. It may take me to Atlanta. It may take me to LA. I don't mind going there, and I want to take everybody that's in my camp with me. You know what I mean? Like building with you all and what you all do. I want to be able to have that family. Like I got people that I go to on a regular and blend us in with the celebrities and things of that nature, so that we can always have that. I want to have a studio just as big as something like this or even greater, so that I can be able to have a platform for all of us to share the opportunity of giving our gift to the world. So it might take me to France, may take me to Paris. As long as it don't take me to hell, I'm good.
I know that's right.
You ain't going there.
Do you find that it is hard to find people to come together and build with here?
In Chicago, do I find it this hard? Yeah, yeah. I've been doing this for 20 years, so I've seen a lot, I've heard a lot, and I've tried to work with quite a few people. But sometimes people feel like when you try to work with them, they feel like you taking something from them.
Right.
Yeah.
We've experienced that. So that's why I asked that question.
Yeah.
Because I can honestly sit here and tell you that the idea of going to Hollywood, meaning you losing your IP, intellectual property, or yourself,
True.
it doesn't really happen if you
doesn't
do
really-
it right.
Right,
So
if you do
the
it right.
project that we're involved in, we are not attached to a studio, a Hollywood studio.
Okay.
And it's huge, so it's just the
Wow.
ability of connecting with like-minded individuals that
Correct.
are on the same,
Right.
what is it I'm trying to say, not level, but frequency that you're on.
Frame of mind. things
Frequency,
like that.
because the vibration means a lot. When you run into people that are thinking you're taking something from them, that's a low
Yeah.
vibration. So that's, I was just curious, because we've experienced trying to bring people in and they're pushing back.
They push back. Yeah, I've experienced both sides of people that I try to bring in, they push back, and then I've been trying to be a part of projects, and people may push back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They may feel as if, and I'm not trying to get anything from a person. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? I'm
right.
just trying to build. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
One thing with me is like, because I have received so much pushback over the years, or I haven't seen the camaraderie in this city. I got a lot of love for the city, but it's like people do their own thing. It's just not even just in the film business, but it's also in the music business. It's also in any craft. You may catch that in Chicago, where people are like, they like to be by themselves and work hard and take all of the credit. And I've been there too. I've been like, but I found out that I need help. You know what I mean?
Right.
And sometimes I might have, people know me for being a guerrilla filmmaker, because it's like I got a skeleton crew and I just want to get it done though.
Right.
So I'm the type of person that I don't really wait. So I'm not waiting for the big $50 million budget or $100 million budget. I'll do it with $50 and just do what I got to do.
Right,
Exactly.
right. That's the love of film.
That's the love of film. That's
Yeah.
my passion. So I'm an editor, I write, and I direct, and I got everything that I need. You know what I'm saying?
All you got to do is just do it.
When
Right.
people be a part of my projects, what they don't understand is that God has given them to me to work with them. So when I call on a person, it's not just a match that I'm coming up like, man, I believe that's the Lord. These are people that he wanted to be in this particular film. You know what I'm saying? And because he told me back in 2008, it was just me and Simbo. When Simbo first started out, Simeon Henderson, me and him started out around the same year. You know what I'm saying? Like 03. I think Simeon might have started like a couple years prior to me, but me and him started off together, and it was just, he was like my main actor that I used to go to, right? So with that being said, God had told me he was gonna give me the actors. I didn't know what that looked like. I thought it was just him and a few others. Now I see Chris, now I see Maisha Carter, my directors and the assistants that help me and, try to go forward.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
It is. Matter of fact, I think I started my film career working with Simbo. We did a music video called No Ice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the wild thing about it is, if you see me in the video, you're probably not gonna know it's me.
You gonna know it's you.
because I got French braids.
Really? Oh, wow.
And
It's
I
news
got
to
a-
you, huh? You got,
I got a-
Dig that up and see that.
Simeon has a clip of it.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
But I want to give the quick filmography of Mr. Quincy J. Trent here. 2009, Prodigal Thugs. One Dream Away, 2010. All for the Money, 2019. Death by Envy, 2022. Shy City Undercover, that you're going to be finishing that this year. Fatal Witness, 2023. Till Death Do Us, 2023. A Thanksgiving Christmas, 2023.
Wow.
Lift Every Voice, 2023. This man has done 5 and a half projects this year.
And we hadn't even got to
June yet. Okay,
That is amazing.
So you know what, we want to thank you for coming through, man.
Thank you.
It's not enough time.
I know it's not enough time.
Right.
It's not. But man, we appreciate you coming by. You will have a T-shirt.
Yes, I appreciate it. I love
Just
it.
joking about the T-shirt.
Oh, okay, no, I love it.
And I asked you,
Thank
did you
for
want
that
like
gift.
Skittles, M&Ms, and stuff like
Right.
that? Because
Well,
we're gonna get you some water. Or
I
something
mean,
like
Hey,
that.
I'll take them Sour Patch Kids.
Oh, you can have them.
We're gonna talk about that, but we'll be back. We'll be back in a couple of minutes with lights, camera, action.
And we're back.
Yeah.
He never remembers to bring us back.
No, I take y'all off. I would take everybody off. I don't bring it back.
Anyways,
You bring them back because you're a nurse.
you got it right. I bring them back.
Yep.
'Cause I'm a nurse.
I take them off.
That makes sense.
I take them out. You
bring 'em back.
You bring them back.
So let's talk about where the world is going right now. There's so many options with currency now. So it brings me to a story that I was looking at yesterday about cryptocurrency, I believe it was, and a couple of celebrities are in some hot trouble behind this cryptocurrency.
Soulja Boy, Neo, and Akon, and others.
Yes, and others. So the list right now, they're still doing an investigation, is about 6 more people that they didn't list in the article. And so what's happening, for lack of knowing the entire article, the SEC came down pretty hard on this platform that they were purchasing and selling this cryptocurrency. And the wild thing about it is in Hollywood, that is a big thing. They have a lot of celebrities that are pushing people to buy cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
I do feel like this is where our money is going. And at first I was kind of denying it. And then I realized after reading that article, but for the past 3 weeks, I have not had cash in my wallet at all. And I
never have cash.
I do trade crypto on a platform with a broker, but I don't have physical cash in my wallet at any time. So it's either a debit card or we're cash apping, credit cards, Zelle, things of that nature. Now moving into Bitcoin, and it's a lot.
It is. I did have cryptocurrency a while back, but I had to sell it. I needed to do something. I forgot what it was. But I got rid of my cryptocurrency, and right now I just use cash, but cash on a card cash. I usually don't walk around with cash in my hand. You know where I got that from? When I used to work for FedEx, and I was a courier. So what I would do is I would I'm going from building to building and things like that, and I would see homeless people along my route. And what I would do is I would end up giving the homeless person, change or a dollar. Mostly, I usually don't have coins on me.
Right, that's another thing that's almost becoming obsolete, is to walk around with change in your pocket.
Right. I don't even have change. I've been riding around with that low air thing for a while.
And your
I keep
tire.
looking at it like, it ain't flat, and I keep on rolling, but the light is on, and I never have I have no change to put in there.
But the world is moving because you can actually use your credit card at the air pump.
Yeah.
Debit card, rather, which
So
is
it's kind
another
of like
story.
laziness,
Pretty much.
being lazy.
But I'm concerned. I'm going to follow this story and see where it goes. I'll probably have to fill you guys in on Facebook or Instagram. But the reason why I'm curious to know what's going to happen is because I'm into Forex trading, cryptocurrency trading, and I'm wondering what the big issue, from what I understand, is the particular broker that they were getting this cryptocurrency from didn't have a license to sell it.
Oh.
And, I'm just new to selling cryptocurrency or trading. I can imagine the celebrities, the amount of money that they're purchasing and trying to turn around and trade or sell. If you're not familiar with trading crypto or Forex, you should really do your research. Even if you're not interested in trading or using Bitcoin for any type of purchases, you need to understand it, because regardless of how you feel, that's where the world is going.
It is. And I'm wondering, does that have anything to do with that Silicon Valley bank of closing?
Well, you do understand when you put your money in the bank, they're only required to keep 20% available in the bank. And then the FDIC, some banks, they only insure a portion of your money. So you have the understanding that, and I've said this, I'm not worried about putting my money in the bank. It's insured. Not all of it. So when this happened, the fall of that one of the banks, they had a line outside of the bank.
I saw that.
That circled blocks of people trying to get their money and couldn't get their money out. That is pretty scary. So that's another reason why people are starting to move their money into Forex trading, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, because they feel like it's more of a protection. But then you need to research your broker. Because if he doesn't have a license to sell it or trade with you, then you're going to be sitting in federal penitentiary. Because now these people are being federally indicted.
Ooh-ah.
Yeah.
I'm going to start keeping my money right where Grandma and, and Big Mama used to keep their money.
In the mattress.
In the mattress or on an old TV.
Exactly. Or like my grandmother, in the freezer. And you say the freezer? Yes. And I asked her why. And she says, well, no one's going to look in the freezer for money. There you go.
And that's where you're supposed to keep your cold, hard cash.
Oh my gosh. He's here all night, folks.
I got plenty of them. Now, moving on. So, watch over your money, because that right there, especially if you have your life savings in a bank.
Right.
And because I think that what we do is we diversify.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
It's all over the place. So therefore, all of our eggs are not in one basket. So just in case one of them fails, we still got backup. And the backup got backup.
Right. Just find out what your bank does and how much is insured. And if it's not enough, then you may need to take your money out and move that.
Yeah.
Move it.
All right. Well, we want to thank each and every one of you for joining us here.
You forgot something.
I didn't forget.
But before we go, I want to send a shout out to this guy right here who's hardest man working in showbiz.
Who?
You.
Me?
He also added school to his plate, already full plate. It's a lot handling me by itself.
Woo.
So he's a full-time student.
Yeah.
And I'm super proud of him. He's nearing completion of his first semester back in a million years, and he's doing phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal.
You about to make me cry on camera.
That's what I'm trying to do. I want everyone to see you cry.
So once you stop.
We're doing such big things.
Allergies.
I'm super proud. He's expanding himself and learning about new cultures.
Yeah.
We went to the Jain Society for one of his projects.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know that this was a practice that Martin Luther King was into as well.
And Mahatma Gandhi.
Yeah.
That was one of their spiritual walks of nonviolence, which actually, the basis of that is that every living being is precious, and they are worth saving and protecting.
Right.
You know, human beings, animals,
Insects.
insects, rodents, which is strange too. But the thing is that they're all living beings, and the same respect that is given to a human being and their life should be the same respect given to the life of a mosquito or a bee or a fly. Things like that. So I'm going to be looking at things a little bit differently this summer, because it's like, instead of being like shoo fly, just go, because
yeah, right.
along with that is that, and I'm not trying to preach to y'all or get you to just expand your horizons when it comes to spirituality and
Anything.
religions and everything. Right, exactly.
Right,
but
anything.
what it is that their beliefs are based on reincarnation. And so karma, reincarnation, if you were a good person and you live your life well, you come back as a good person. If you don't, you may come back as the insect that
Chris is going to swat this summer.
Just
I'm going
like
to let
that.
y'all know that if he goes shoo, mosquito, I'll let y'all know. When he slapped the crap out of it, I'm going to let you know.
She is not going to let you know. But it's based on reincarnation, and that you may come back as an animal, you may come back as an insect or anything, and so the whole thing is based on being nice to people.
Right, which is kind of
Yeah.
hard in the world that we live in right now.
Yeah.
But you have to just try your best and, do what you can before you come back and be the mosquito that Chris swats. So we have a few other things that we want to give condolences to.
We want to give condolences to the family of. I always get misty when I do these.
Come on, be a man.
It's the allergies.
It's the allergies.
Condolences to the family of the actor Lance Reddick, known for The Wire. He was also in a commercial within the last couple of years, and very, very, very talented actor. And so we just want to give condolences to him and to his family, and thank you, sir, for your talent.
Absolutely.
We will see you next time on Lights, Camera, Action. I'm Chris Greer.
And I'm the lovely Felicia Greer.
And so we'll catch y'all next time. Thanks for showing up and showing out. We'll talk to y'all soon.
Goodbye.
Bye.